On today's episode of Anime Afterthought, Jujutsu Kaisen Episode 7, Assault. This has got to be one of the best weeks for animated fights I have seen in such a long time. We had the Captain Clash of Black Clover, Rizel versus Kranz in Noblesse, and now we have Gojo versus Jogo. And I have to say, it was unbelievably phenomenal. I loved every second of it, and you get this giant sense of scaling in this fight. The fact that literally Gojo is so unbelievably strong, and his power, oh god, don't even get me started on his power. That thing is so legit. Today's episode picks up right where we left off last week, where Gojo has come face to face with a curse. But of course, Senpai is quick on the uptake. This is not your typical curse. It is able of communication, higher thought. Yes, this is a special grade curse, an unregistered one, in fact. Something that leads to a little pause for concern for Gojo Senpai, as he's like, you know what, for being listed as special grade, you fuckers are really coming out of the woodwork. I mean, you're fucking with our whole ranking system here. But of course, Mr. Volcano Head is not here to talk. He is here to fight. And if his character design wasn't enough to give you a hint towards his power, it's gonna be fire-based, as he launches a giant fireball directly at our senpai. But of course, this is not enough to take down our self-proclaimed strongest Jujutsu sorcerer. No. It's gonna take a lot more than that. This actually little interaction gives us a first glimpse of what his powers could possibly be, as we see him emerge from what can only be described as an ember-ridden infernal void. Now, the next series of attacks honestly remind me of an early episode of Bleach. Do you guys remember that one episode where Chad teamed up with Rukia and we saw that one hollow that was able to explode insects with his tongue? Honestly, when Jogo summoned those explosive insects and they began emanating a strange sound and then literally exploded in his face, like, oh god, I was getting goosebumps. Like, oh, such a good moment. But that's not the end of attack. No, he goes in for a full fucking fireball right into the face and a fire punch right to Gojo's backside. This is it. He's calling it. Victory is his. The curse has won, or at least, if Gojo wasn't, a complete and utter monster who decides to actually not only enlighten him, being the curse, but also us on his actual power. See, this curse is distraught. He knows for a fact he touched him. I blew your face off. I sent you flying with an infernal, devastating barrage, and you should be dead. I killed you. No, actually, what you touched was the infinity that I control between me, myself, and I, and whatever I deem necessary, or at least that's what I'm understanding. See, in fact, come here, I'll show you. He even beckons the curse to come over and touch hands with them. Like, see what I'm talking about? The closer you get to me, the slower you're gonna get, because I control the space, that infinite space, the infinite possibility that surrounds me. See, I can even touch your hand, and that's where all shit is cut loose. Yes, Gojo unleashes a barrage of attacks that literally devastates the curse, spewing up this purple, toxic looking blood that in itself never even touches Gojo. Once again, stopped by the infinity. But that's not all. See, infinity exists everywhere. I just have the ability to bring it into reality. Convergence, divergence. What happens when I do? As we see him create this, I guess, infinite void? Cursed technique reversal red. Unleashing this devastating spell upon our curse. You feel the weight and the impact about how devastating this blow really is, as he's sent flying, taking out dozens of trees along his path, just completely destroying this forest, as Gojo is able to teleport behind him, giving another bash from the back. I mean, this is just a devastating fight, and the curse is down for the count. So long, in fact, that Gojo, you know what? Let's use this as a teachable opportunity. You know what? I have a young little pupil who's trying to learn the basics. Why not show him where the real nitty-gritty, where the real shit goes down in one of these cursed battles? We also learn that the motherfucker can teleport. Now, whether that's an actual curse technique or something based with his power of infinity, I'm not 100% sure, but he is able actually to go where Yuji is, pick his ass up, and actually bring him back to the battlefield. Now, Jogo is up on his feet. He doesn't know where the fuck is going on. I mean, he literally got knocked into next week at this point. When the two show up once again, I mean, he literally has the two cruxes of his plan here. You either have to kill or seal Gojo, and you're learning, killing is actually easier said than done, and you have Sukuna's vessel right in front of you, so like, what exactly are you supposed to fucking do? And this is where we get a monumental fuck you from Gojo, where, don't worry, I brought my student here, he's just to watch. No, it's not gonna be in handicap because you're fucking weak. And this pisses him off to the extent where he literally blows his load out through his fucking head and summons his innate domain, a land of pure fire and lava and magma, and something, as he quotes, would be enough to incinerate your average jujutsu sorcerer in an instant. But of course, this is Gojo. This is also a teachable moment, not only for Yuji, but for us, and the fact that it's about domains. We actually got a glimpse of this during the Cursed Womb arc, where, although incomplete, the womb actually did summon a domain. It's just, if one were to fight it, rather than just trying to escape, summoning a more complete, more powerful domain will actually cancel the other one out, and that's what Gojo does. And my god, it is just glorious. Summoning infinite void to cancel out Coffin of the Iron Mountain. And although we do get the information that inside this domain that not only boots the user's attributes, but also is a guaranteed hit, it's almost like he doesn't need to do anything, because inside this void, the void itself is the attack, as literally Jogo can't fucking do anything, or he's literally doing everything. See, inside this void, it's not the fact that you can't do anything, can't hear anything, can't feel anything, can't see anything, it's you're experiencing everything at once. So once you imbibe everything, you really can't do anything. But enough explaining how this works, it's time to end the battle, so let me go ahead and rip your fucking head off, says Gojo. Now, of course, this doesn't kill the curse, it's not an exorcism. He's actually taking this opportunity to try to get some information out of this, like, hey, who put you up to this? What's going on? Now, meanwhile, the Jujutsu Sorcerer is watching all of this, as well as the other special grade curse. And before really any information comes to light, it's time for this special grade curse to step in, and his powers are pretty badass. Summon this giant area of flowers that seems to completely reduce Yuji and Gojo's will to fight. Before they can really snap out of it, Mr. Flower Power himself, Hinama, has come, snatched up Jogo's head, and they are off. Like I said, that whole sequence of events was absolutely amazing. It just goes to show you how powerful this dude is. Not only that, he states that he wants Yuji and the others to be as powerful as that, easily being able to defeat a 8 or 9 fingered power level special grade curse. Now, Yuji does seem to be a little apprehensive. Really, dude? Like, you're a legit monster, but me? Oh, don't worry. For the next month, we'll do some hardcore one-on-one training. You know, you and me get really sparring and shit in, which actually sounds way scarier than, you know, the missions he says he's gonna put him on. Wrapping up today's episode is the aftermath for the curse side, and it seems we're getting a special look into some other special grade curses, maybe even a hybrid one? I'm not 100% sure what this Mahito character, the one with 2 different eyes and actually looks like a human, but is it 100% a curse? Is it some kind of hybrid? The way he says both curses should and humans should, I'm not 100% sure. Like, you got me confused. But yeah, it seems that this Jujutsu Sorcerer is up to something. And in fact, he does work at the school, because he says, you know, I can't let anyone from the school recognize me. So yeah, basically this is a fight for the title of the true humanity. And I got a feeling shit's gonna get even more bloody. Like I said though, today's episode, the fight was fucking amazing. So great. Like, it had weight, it was super fluid and dynamic, and my god, Gojo, you are a monster. The ability to manipulate the infinite. Like, he literally did not even break a sweat when it came to fighting a 9-fingered dude. Imagine him versus a full-on 20 Sukuna. Like, that'd be a good fucking fight. I want to see that shit. Like, and he even says that there's a couple people, including Yuji, that might be able to get on his fucking level. Like, they have that potential. Like, there are some legit monsters in this world, but there's also some scary ass curses. So it seems Yuji definitely needs to take this opportunity to bulk up. And with that, you know, inevitable reunion happening at that student exchange, the exchange event coming up, I can't wait. But there's also, you know, October 31st, mark it in your calendar. They said that's when they're gonna make their fucking move. That's the appropriate time, the appropriate date to try and seal Gojo. So I can't wait. This series is fucking amazing. amazing. Anyways, with all that being said and more Jujutsu Kaisen next week, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.